Hello you guys, my name is Ryn and welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you the Highlands Hideaway, which is a massive garden build that took me forever, and all of a sudden I realize I like landscaping now and debug is my best friend, and I don't know who I am anymore and I'm going through an existential crisis. But hello, good to see you all again. Welcome back. I know it's been a hot minute since I've posted anything to the channel and I do apologize for that. You know, content creation feels like a major life journey. You just gotta learn a lot about yourself, about what you like, what you don't like, all of the above, all of the below, and I want to start making more videos. I say that every time I make a video, but hear me out. I do want to make more videos. The thing that's been really holding me up is learning Final Cut Pro. Did y'all know that that's a program you can use to edit your videos? I mean, I knew too. I know. I knew that too. But here's the even more fun part. It's complicated, at least for somebody who's coming from Premiere Pro. I get very confused on the settings for it because not only am I going from Premiere Pro to Final Cut Pro, I'm going from PC setup then to MacBook Pro laptop setup, so things are still a bit wonky for me, but I think I'm finally starting to figure it out, and I want to, pardon me as I move my mic, and I want to bring you guys more content on YouTube because I miss it. I never, you know, I feel like as you're trying to figure out who you are in this space of streaming, video making, sim build creating, you go through a lot. Well, you question yourself a lot, and there's a lot of self-discovery involved. And frankly, because being a content creator is very much like being an artist. You have to find your voice, and finding your voice is something that you're constantly refining and constantly striving toward. And it's a hard process because your voice is a part of you. It's not just something that you can fabricate out of nowhere and it makes sense right away. It's something you have to constantly be working on. You could probably hear my dog in the background. Say hi to Posey. Hi, Posey. I'm trying to tell the people about all the things. I hope you're proud of me. But you know, being a content creator, like I was saying, it's a creative process, and figuring out what your voice is in that creative process is really, really difficult at times. And a lot of times you end up questioning yourself. And I won't lie, I have been questioning myself left and right. I have gone through a phase where I just wasn't confident in anything I was creating. As many of you know, I stream a lot on Twitch, Monday through Thursday, 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. If you guys ever want to come hang out with us, it's twitch.tv/RynAsInWin. But even over there, I constantly question myself. And look, I'll be fair. I'm a habitual worrywart. I worry about everything constantly, all the time, every day, all day. And something that I've been trying to change about myself is just calming down and trying things for the sake of learning. You know, I don't have to be perfect at everything, and I will never be perfect at everything or anything. I will always be in a constant state of learning, and that is the mode I want to embrace in life and in making cool things in The Sims and making videos and creating content with you guys while streaming as well. So I had the pleasure of doing this build for a challenge by the amazing and incomparable GERBSIMS. If you guys don't know Gerb, I highly, highly recommend you check her out. She also streams on Twitch, and I will have her info down below for you guys. Please go give her a follow. Definitely give her a watch when she goes live, and you won't be disappointed. She is a brilliant Sims streamer and content creator. Her build skills are impressive, and she also has a master's in psychology. I hope I got that right, Gerb. And on Fridays, she does mental health talks on her stream, and I sit in on those, and I love them because they're so informative and such a positive change of pace for the Twitch world. So Go check her out. But she had a challenge not too long ago called Gardens of the World, and I decided to participate. And this is what I came up with. So, the whole premise here is that you get to pick a garden to be inspired by from anywhere in the world and then create a garden in The Sims based on your inspiration. I explained that so terribly. Basically, here's the thing. Pick a garden from somewhere in the world, be inspired by it, and then create it in The Sims or create your version of it in The Sims. There you go. So that's what I did. I looked up a few gardens from Scotland and worked off of that. So I guess what I'm trying to tell you is I was inspired by Scotland. I don't know why I couldn't tell you that in a very coherent way, but you know what? Again, here we are. I'm a bit rusty. But you know what? I'm polishing up here and we're going to shine like ever. I don't know why I'm talking like this. I think it's because I just had a Coca-Cola and it's like a little tad bit after midnight for me while I'm recording this. So, you know, also not sponsored, by the way, just it happened to be a Coca-Cola. But I was inspired by Scotland. And not just Scotland and their lovely gardens. First off, the Scottish gardens that I looked up, I wanted them to be a bit more rugged, a bit more, because there's gardens that are very manicured. And I didn't want to do something like that. I wanted to have a garden that felt like it had a story. All of these gardens have stories behind them, but a story that lent to a more rustic time, a more rugged time. And I wanted the flowers and the foliage to be a bit more unkept, a bit more wild. And I looked up a lot of Scottish gardens and landscapes that were leaning toward that aesthetic. And then also, for any of you who are Outlander fans, I was also heavily inspired by Outlander, the TV show. You may see eventually, I'm actually not sure if they've even popped up yet, but we have in this build the Traveling Stones. Cragnadoon is in this build, you guys, and I'm so excited about it. I love it. And honestly, that was one of my most proud moments. And I was like, I can actually make the Traveling Stones in this Scottish build, Scottish inspired build. And, you know, I just really went with it. You'll also see eventually. So here's the thing. This build is heavy, like I said, very, very heavy on the landscaping. Again, it was a garden challenge, so I really wanted to go for it. I practiced a lot more with terraforming and also with the terrain paints. And oh my gosh, debug, honey. I love debug now. I mean, I loved it before, but this was one of the first times that I've ever really just leaned into it, pulled so many cool objects out of it and used them throughout the entire build. And I just had a blast with that. So this build really pushed me out of my comfort zone. And because I normally don't like landscaping, but I wanted to really try. So pushed me out of my comfort zone, played around with more terraforming, played around with debug, played around with rivers, played around with terrain paints, and really wanted it again to look rugged. Like I wanted it to feel like a garden. So gardens are, you know, they're kept. They have a rhyme and reason to their layout. However, I wanted, again, this one to feel a bit more whimsical in the sense of, again, it's overgrown. It's overgrown, but still walkable and still enjoyable and beautiful. So that was the whole thing behind that. Also, back on the Outlander theme, what am I trying to say? Okay. Like completely blanked there. I was like, what? Why do I want to mention this again? Okay. Not only are the Traveling Stones in this, also, oh, that's what it was. I am all over the place today. I love you guys. Bless you if you've made it this far, because I am just a blabbering idiot today. I am so sorry. that I can't seem to get any coherent like sentences out of my mouth because holy moly, I am struggling today. Also, fun fact, did you know that your computer, while you're in the middle of recording something on Final Cut Pro, can just completely go dark on you and go to the save screen? I didn't know that, and it just happened to me. So I just had to put my password back in, and well, here we are. But okay, Outlander. Claire, the main character protagonist in the story, she is a doctor. She is a healer, and you'll see in the tiny build, yes, it's a tiny build, it counts as a tiny build, there is a kind of strewn throughout the whole build, there's little nods to Outlander. There's like a whole apothecary section. I pulled a lot of items from Realm of Magic and had them be references to her abilities to make potions and concoctions and medicine. And also, I'm not quite finished yet with season 4 of Outlander. And there's a moment in that season where Jamie, the main male protagonist, he plays a game of chess with somebody quite important in the story at that time. And so you'll see like on the second floor, there is a chess set there. So I just really wanted to make a lot of nods to the characters from the show, as well as some of the scenes that are really important and prominent, such as, again, the traveling stones. So, that was a big theme throughout. Another thing too that I kind of was just sort of like artistic liberty at this point. I put a lot of like statues of feminine figures, of women figures throughout the build, and that was just sort of like my idea of, okay, this is a garden that a healer, Claire in this case, she uses the plants there to create medicine, and then there are a bunch of statues of former healers from years past. So in a way, I wanted there to be this kind of subtle nod to, this is a garden for the healers of yesterday, today, and tomorrow, and just emphasizing, I guess, kind of like a soft women in medicine idea through all of that, and the legacy that has been maintained in this garden of healers throughout the ages. So that was just something that I wanted to do, because I just thought that would be really special and cool, and have I just thought that would just be a really cool story. That's not actually part of Outlander's story, at least from what I know right now. But I just thought it would be my own, again, artistic liberty to put that into the build. So you'll see, as you've been seeing, a lot of terrain paint. One of my favorite parts of this build is honestly the waterways through it. I wanted them to look, again, overgrown, but very beautiful and colorful to a degree. And the placement of all those plants, holy moly, that took me so long, but I think it came out really well. And on the sides of the river, I used a lot of terrain paint to make it look like the sides of the river were like transitioning from like a wet, muddy color into the grass. So trying my best to give a little bit of realism throughout this. And I think it was fairly effective. Another fun thing, there are a lot of points of entry into this build. You can enter it from the front, where there is a gate indicating that. You can enter it from, I guess you could say from there. So let's say the gate is like south, right? So there's also a an eastern side entrance, very close to where the traveling stones are. And then you can also enter from the north where the house is, or kind of the northwest of the property as well. So there's quite a few points of entry, which is sort of fun. Just to note, the mailbox for this build, because it is technically a residence, the mailbox is located on the east, kind of, I guess you could say the southeast entrance, if that makes sense. Not where the gate is, not the super south entrance, but the southeast entrance. I don't know if that'd be important for anybody, if you guys were wondering, but that's how it's set up. Oh, here are the traveling stones. So there you can see them. I love them. They look so cool. I don't know. I'm just so proud of them. And I'm fangirling over Outlander while I'm, I was fangirling over Outlander, I should say, while I was making all of this. So I think it all came together beautifully. There's a lot of areas too throughout the garden where you can sit and ponder. I also included some gnomes throughout, also some statues of fairies. Again, a lot of just kind of more wildflowers and wild brush and bushes. Located too, like on the west side, on one side of the fence, of the stone fence, which this stone fence in particular, actually no, I didn't go with the debug one. So this is actually just a normal build by fence, stone fence. But on the west side of the property, there is a rock that has a little secret. There's a little cave there, with a secret treasure box as well. So just something kind of fun, to include in this, again, very whimsical, kind of magical build. Again, I took a lot of time doing this, and I really wanted to stretch my abilities, and I think that I learned a lot building this build, learned a lot with all the landscaping and debug stuff. I think it came out really well, and it was a great challenge. So Gerb, tip of the hat to you, my friend. I love doing this, so thank you for presenting a prompt that just really inspired me. So we are winding down into the pictures, and I will let you guys go ahead and enjoy those pictures. And then, as per usual, or as we did in the past, I know it's been some time, I will gladly catch you guys at the end of the slideshow. I'll see you then. Enjoy the pics. And that does it for this build, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And if you're enjoying the channel, please subscribe so that you're notified when new videos go live. And you can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and the Sims 4 gallery, all RynAsInWin, just like you see here. And this build is up on the gallery as we speak, so go give it a look. Also, guys, down below I will have information for GERBSIMS. Please go give her a follow on Twitch. You won't be disappointed. And Gerb, thank you very much for providing such an awesome prompt. I got highly inspired from it, and I loved making this build. Thank you, BB. And guys, like I've said before, the internet is a busy place, so I'm honored you chose to spend some time with me today. I love you guys. See you next time. Bye.